Shalom, family. It's good to see everybody here. I hope everybody is doing well. Well, it just seems like the whining for our attention and help is never ending. You know, some of these videos are from a variety of different times that I'm about to show you, but it is very clear. It should be very clear to everyone that many of these Latino groups, especially the ones that have come over here and hated us and displayed their racism to us, this is your judgment. Do you realize this is your judgment? And you keep crying for us to help you. And the bottom line is, at this point, we can't help you. We absolutely cannot help you. This judgment is going to happen whether you like it or not. And it is here. It is here. And it's in full effect on many of you Latinos. When we cried for help under the judgment, we didn't get help. You're crying for help, and now you are seeing that help is not coming. Once the Most High decides to put any judgment on you, we can't do anything to stop it. That ball is in motion now. So I don't know what you think we can do, but it's up to the Most High as far as what happens to you. So you should recognize judgment when you see it. Y'all have been screaming, help, 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 help all this time, and no help is coming. There is no group of people rising up to help you. That is judgment. For real. That is judgment. And I'm still amazed at how these white people keep getting on videos cheering the fact that these folks are being deported, and they, to this very moment, refuse to address it. That's because they're scared of these people. But they need our help. And they keep getting on videos, crying out for that help. And even lying about the history on top of that. But this is judgment. And it is here. And it is real. So let me go ahead. I'm going to share my screen. And, you know, these videos usually will pop on, but I'll stop it. I'll stop it. Please give me a 1 if you can see the screen. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Okay. Thank you. All right. Here we go.
Hey, this is a call out to our black relatives. We are in desperate need of help. I'm on my way to DC to get some answers, hopefully, if Joe Biden would talk to me. We stood in the street and got our asses handed to us with you because we believe in equality and we believe in justice. And we need some help right now because these officers at Line 3 Red Lake Treaty Camp are in direct violation of our rights as human beings. They're violating our religious freedom rights. They are literally killing us all by way of water and nothing that any of us have fought for. is gonna mean a damn if the water all goes dry.
Bro, I need help as a white woman who is dating an immigrant and black man, a black immigrant. I need to know what I do next. So my boyfriend has some health issues that we're trying to get figured out, and they're getting worse. And I feel like no matter where we go, they are so dismissive of him, and or they like give him care, but it takes forever. Like in my experience, if I have a problem and I go to the ER, I am treated. In my experience, if I go to the doctor and I have a procedure, I get a follow-up call within a week. This man had a procedure like a month ago, and I can see all of the results of the procedure online in his little chart thing. But the doctor hasn't gotten back to us, and it's like not looking great. So I call the doctor and I'm trying to advocate for him, and I'm like, bro, what's going on? And they have all these excuses why they can't make a follow-up appointment. So I explained to them the condition that he's in and that it's getting worse and that they need to do something about it. And they're like, oh, well, if it's that bad, he needs to go to the ER. And I'm like, okay, so here's what happens when we go to the ER. They don't treat him sufficiently, and they tell us to go to the specialist, which brings me back to you, who won't make him a fucking appointment. I'm very frustrated. Even down to when I had our son, we live in the South, okay? Even down to when we had our son and we were in the hospital, no one acknowledged him. No one spoke to him. No one acted like he existed in that room. No one treated him like an equal part of the process. The woman who actually like delivered my child spoke to him, but that's the only person. And I am tired of seeing this man go without the proper care and without being acknowledged as a fucking human being. And this isn't the only doctor who's put him off. I've had to call other doctors who were supposed to call him and make appointments for him because they will listen to me and they won't listen to him. And I usually do have to speak for him because he has an accent and some of his English is like broken because that's just how they talk where he's from. So I have to like kind of translate for him. But it's like, I shouldn't have to do all of that. I shouldn't. I mean, I'm happy to, but it's like, but they're still not helping him. So what do I do? Where do I go from here? Who do I bitch at? Who do I yell at? Who do I cuss at? Because I am pissed. It is hard to see the person you love in pain every day, every fucking day, and nobody wants to help. I try not to rant on here often, but fuck.
When you come on this app and you make a video as a Latino, and I'm not specifically referring to one person because I've seen at least 2 or 3 videos of this and I can't even remember who, but asking where are the black people in terms of their support for the Latino community during these obviously hard times with, you know, racial profiling and mass deportations and ICE raids. Those types of videos are just always like opening up the opportunity for the comment section to be either super anti-black or for xenophobic comments towards Latinos to happen. It's not productive. I don't understand the point of it. I've seen multiple black people on this app voice their support for our community, and I hate the comparison. Well, we were there for them during the Black Lives Matter movement. Bro, if you support a cause, do it from the goodness of your heart, not because you're expecting something in return. I hate that.
Guys, with everything that's been going on with politics and immigration and the immigrants and the Latino community, I just wanted to remind you guys that it is Black History Month. Thank you. It's Black History Month, and our Black community has been supporting us throughout this whole thing. Not every single person, but the majority of the Black community has really came through for the Hispanic community. And I just want to thank you guys so much. And what we're going through right now doesn't even compare to what you guys went through. And I don't even like to talk about it because it really puts me in a different spot mentally. And I just want to, I want to tell you guys that I support my Black community as a whole, and I will always have you guys' back, but I will always have everyone's back that are being done wrong or that have been done wrong, and it is what it is. But happy Black History Month, and I'll upload a couple videos of things that I learned throughout the years, because I was raised in Watts, Imperial Courts, and I have a lot of stories. I have a lot of things that I learned, that even my son doesn't know. Even like a Black person invented the comb. So super cool things, and I want to share, because I don't want that. I don't want everything that's going on to take away from your month, because you guys actually earned it. And yeah, it is what it is. Happy Black History Month, and thank you guys for everything, and thank you guys for having our backs, and I love you all. Have a good one.
This is a message for Black America and Black America only. So if you're not Black America, keep scrolling. This is not for you. I just want to say, there's so much I want to say, but I just wanted to tell you guys, from a Latina, I think, and you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say, or maybe, but I think this is a good sign for you guys. I know you're disappointed. I'm disappointed. But I think this is a sign for the Black community to know that you guys can come together and unite as one, versus all our other communities are not there. 92% of Black women voted the same. 80% of Black men voted the same. No one else, not even the white folks, are doing that. So all that to say, you guys are on the same page. Use that. Use that energy built in your communities. Stop trying to save people who don't want to be saved. J. Cole said it best.
It's because Black people, y'all cry too much. Y'all complain too much. You're victims. Here's the thing. That crying, that complaining is what caused Black people to fight. If it weren't for Black people put in prison for fighting and getting murked a lot of times, if it weren't for that, a lot of minorities in this country wouldn't have these systemic opportunities that we do today. The irony that I see when I see Mexicans or Mexican Americans tell Black people that y'all cry too much, y'all complain, y'all just victims. But it is that crying and that complaining what caused y'all to fight for all of us. For all of us. Literally, we Mexican, and I speak for myself, we're so prideful that we choose to be quiet a lot of times as we're being systemically mistreated and we face systemic inequalities. And due to that is why we as Mexican people are so behind. It's so behind, and we get mistreated so much in this country because we don't complain. We don't cry. We are just bullied around, being pushed around by everybody, as opposed to Black people who said, nah, we're going to fight. And that sacrifice while fighting has enabled all minorities, not just Mexicans, Asians, Indians, everybody in this country benefits from the civil rights movements that was fought by Black people. So my personal opinion in regards to Black people always complaining, Black people always crying, we need to stop identifying that as crying and complaining and really call it, we're tired of systemic inequality, systemic oppression, and we are going to finally stand up and change things. That is what a lot of Mexican people can't see. We call that crying, but the reality is that the reason why we are in the conditions that we are is because we don't cry enough.
Girl, I swear I love you. And this is coming like from something really deep in me, because I love strong people like this. There's not a lot of strong people like you anymore, and the few that are there, I just want to be around those people, because these people are not fake. They will tell you things how they are, even if people get bothered, because I see your comment and people are attacking you in your comment and you don't change your mind because you are a strong person, and that's how I feel. I feel, because a lot of people don't like me. A lot of people attack me, not just in the comments, but in real life, right? A lot of people don't like the way I am, because I don't go pleasing everyone, because I know what's good and what's wrong, and that's what I do. Because now I feel like now everyone is fake. But anyways, yeah, we should go get tacos.
So we have a discourse going on between, I think majority like Mexicans and the Black community. And I just have to say to my Mexican people who are asking why the Black people are not like protesting with us or whatever. Why? Why would they? 92% of their women voted for Kamala. 80% of their community of men voted for Kamala. 60% of Latinos voted for Kamala. And I believe the majority were women and the majority were Mexican. But that number is crazy, considering that Hispanics and Latinos are becoming the fastest growing minority. Like, we are going to be the majority soon. And it's crazy for me to think that number was so fucking low. And now you're asking where the Black community is when they're the ones who tried to avoid this. Hello? They tried to avoid this. We all tried to tell you guys, even within my own community. I'm talking to you guys because I did the work. And I know other Latinas who did the work. We were on calls every fucking week. We were writing postcards. We were making phone calls. And you guys were probably nowhere in sight, my Latino community. And now you're begging the Black community to come help us, to come save us. No! I think it's time we learn to save ourselves and let the Black community rest, because my God, have they not done enough fucking work. So, yeah. Where were we during the George Floyd protests? Or the Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland? When their community was getting killed, where the fuck were we? Because I do not remember seeing any Latin people out there. Now, maybe there was one or two of y'all. I don't remember seeing any Mexicans out there. So why should they put their time, their energy, all of this into helping a group of people who didn't give a shit about them when they needed our help? Think about that. Also, where the hell are all your Latinos for Trump at? Because I see a lot of you guys crying on here that you regret your decision. He lied to us. He used us. Where the fuck are you? Are you out there protesting? Because you motherfuckers are really the ones who need to be out there. You guys. And all your fucking regrets for voting for him with your dumbasses. So before you guys start wondering where the Black people are, wonder where the fucking Latinos for Trump are. Where the fuck are they? That should be the question we're asking.
I never realized that there was such a strong divide between the Black community and the Mexican people. Growing up, I always felt so connected to that community because we share similar history, similar struggles, especially here in the USA. So it's pretty mind-blowing to me when I realized that there's rivalry and hatred between these groups. Obviously, I know that the Black community faces a deeper, more severe problem in our country. I'm not trying to compare. I don't think it's the same, but similar enough that I assumed we would have each other's backs. I can't believe that we choose to be divided. So what I really hope is that the Black community and the Mexican people and people of color in general can make the decision to stand together. Because it's not about comparing our experiences. It's about how can we stand together, support each other, create the kind of changes that we want to see for our own communities and for marginalized people all over the world.
Black people in Mexico were not even acknowledged until recent years. Their presence was not acknowledged by the government up until very recent years. But yet, they have been there since days of slavery. You understand? So, Since the days of slavery, a lot of the slaves in North America, in the United States, a lot of the slaves ran to Mexico to hide. And a lot of them have been living there. And not only that, but a lot of these Spaniards, they brought some slaves to Mexico too. So black people have been in Mexico for for hundreds of years. But Mexican government has not acknowledged their presence until very recent years. And that is why I made a video and called it Afro Mexican, because these people have been there for many years with their own communities, speaking Spanish, of course, but they acknowledge their African ancestry. They acknowledge it. That's why they self-identify as Afro-Mexican, because they're acknowledging their African roots. And the government has not bothered with them. When you watch telenovelas, Spanish telenovelas, have you ever seen a black man? No, never. But yet, black people have been there since the Europeans have been there for hundreds of years.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's funny. They're trying to get us on their side and also trying to give us history all of a sudden. And we don't need history from these folks. We predate white people and modern day Mexicans over in that land as well. And they got to understand, like I said in the beginning, this is their judgment. There is no help coming. I think people are not ready for what the Most High is bringing to them. And they seem to think we're going to be human shields for them. And it's just not going to happen. We're not going to do this for them. We're not going to do this for the people in this country that have stole the country. We're not going to do it for you. We're not going to do it for the Asians. We're not going to do it for none of y'all, because you didn't do any of those things for us. You didn't protect us. None of you. So it is so ironic how in these times we're the only ones they can call upon. We're the only ones, nobody else they can call upon for help, just us. I just find that very amazing. No matter how much they get on videos talking about, we were there for you. No, you weren't. You're doing the same thing that the Jews did, the Palestinians did, and now the Latinos are doing it. None of you were ever there for us. And as far as you march with Dr. Martin Luther King, no, the clergy did. But mixed up in that crowd, y'all weren't in that crowd. If you look close to that crowd, the few whites that you did see in the crowd, they were mostly media. They were the media. They weren't you being supportive. That was a hot topic back then. And back in the late 60s, when the civil rights movement was booming, that was a hot topic. So yes, some of you would have been out there trying to get the interviews, trying to get out there to talk to Dr. King. And so yeah, your clergy was there. But as far as a large number of you, that doesn't show on the videos. It does not show a big astronomical crowd of yous, Palestinians, Latinos, Asians. Y'all weren't there. Y'all weren't there. And we know you weren't there during chattel slavery, because every time we see photos of our people out there working, we're alone. There is no other group mixed in with us. There was no other group that went through Jim Crow with us. It's amazing how y'all claim y'all were there for us, and we just ain't seeing it. And if you were so there for us, how come y'all are all so against us today then? Because you all are. I was looking at a story the other day of David Swimmer, the dude that was on Friends. got a hold of X to get Kanye West account suspended. And I'm like, how come the only time y'all come in the media to complain is always a black man? You did this with Kyrie. You know, y'all are more than happy to come to the media. You're a bunch of racists. That's why you do it. And the only time y'all want to go in front of the media is to complain about a black man. I have seen this pattern throughout the years. That's the only time y'all will show up in the media. If somebody looks as pale as you and they complain about you, y'all don't say nothing. Look at what Elon did. Elon did a Nazi salute. And David Swimmer did not come in the media to complain about that, but he came to complain about Kanye. Do I agree with Kanye on many things? Hell no, I don't. But I do notice the standing pattern y'all have. As soon as something goes down with a black man that y'all don't like, all of a sudden you're appearing in front of the cameras, in front of the media. You got everything to say. You want some apology. You want this. You want y'all do this in front of the cameras all day long. But whenever, I remember when Donald Trump insulted y'all, he said the ones here in the U.S. are ungrateful. Y'all sure didn't demand apologies from him. That's what I'm saying. Y'all a bunch of hypocrites. And nobody should listen to your complaining. That's where I stand. David Swimmer would never have said anything if Kanye was a white dude. He wouldn't have said nothing. But it's a black guy, so he's going to seize the opportunity to run to the media to complain. See, this is why I won't pick up those. I've seen them stories out there, but I won't pick up those stories because I know what you're all about. And as far as the Mexicans, good luck. Y'all crossed the border being a bunch of racists. Oh, we don't work hard. Y'all work hard, but we don't work hard. Your butts wouldn't even be here in America to say we don't work hard if we did not fight for that. You wouldn't even be standing there saying that much. So, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Michael Rappaport, yeah. You see how vocal he was? Oh, black people this and black people that, and you should be here. Where's the black people? That's what I'm saying. When it comes down to being vocal about everybody wants to come and have their face shown in the media and everything. They're ready to do all of that when it's us. But when it's somebody that look like him, he don't have nothing to say. He has nothing to say. We have seen this way too many times. And the Latinos, man, if you were better to us, perhaps a lot of people would be there for you right now. Y'all, y'all are in a terrible state right now. You are. But this is your judgment. You can't come over here and be negative towards the chosen people and then turn around and expect a good outcome. You are just learning that you're expendable. These folks never cared about you. They never cared. A lot of the money and everything that you were given, that was just to spite us. That's what it was. And you see now, they don't want to give you a dime. They just want you, those same people that were once filling your pockets with money and putting you up in shelters and hotel rooms, they don't even want to give you a red cent. They want your butt the hell up on out of here. That's what they do want. And see, y'all not used to them folks turning on you like they have turned on us. But see, now they want you gone. And they're showing you you're expendable. See, you thought you were of more value up in here than we were. And they're showing you they don't see you of any value. They just want you to get out of their land. We know this ain't their land, but this is how they think. They want you to get out of their land and go home now. See, they done exploited you enough. Now they want you gone. And now you see they don't care nothing about you. I mean, we only been trying to tell you that forever. If you come over here and and they're showing you're not them. See, yeah, they allowed you to put white on your driver's license and all that, but at the end of the day, they don't see you as one of them. They're not feeling you like that. Mm-mm. Yeah, that's why do you think Donald Trump said pretty much there's an endless amount of money to get rid of you? He meant that. He meant every word. I guess now you're finally realizing you are not favored up in here at all. You're not. So it is time for you to go, because it is prophesied that everybody's going to go back to their land. You can't be here anymore. And as soon as you come back, they're going to just deport you again. Why do you think they're putting troops up at the border? They're putting troops there because, yeah, some of you will make it back. Not all of you, though. Not all of you. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Let's see. Loveline Turner, thank you so much for the super sticker. I deeply appreciate it. And there was something else here. Maybe not. Hold on, y'all. I think somebody sent me a Cash App. Yes, somebody did. Okay. Johnson L. Walt Hall, thank you so much for the Cash App. Thank you for the Cash App. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we can't do nothing but, look after ourselves. That's all we should be doing. It's what we should have been doing all along. I'm very impressed at the fact that we have not given in to these folks' cry for help. We haven't given in at all. And that's the way it should be. Nobody came to us and stood with us in a strong way. Many of these groups, if anything, they would, even if we did stand with them, eventually they would always double cross us. And we're done with that. We are beyond done. So, y'all, please enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to be coming back talking about FEMA. And because it's now being revealed how much money they spent on these migrants and keeping them in hotels and everything. And, of course, it's an amount of money that they would never in a million years have spent on us. And we absolutely deserved it more than any of these migrants that came crawling across the fence. For real. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, we can't do nothing for them anyway. This is, like I said, this is your judgment. Once that judgment is on you, what are we going to do? We can't do nothing about it. The Most High made up his mind, and his will be done. Plain and simple. And it is being done. It is. Every day in this country, it is being done. Shalom, family.